Wild Things Sunrise Salutation with Zoe Foster. A fun, flowing and freeing way to start your day. Beginning in Tadasana, stretching up nice and tall, arms floating all the way up to the sky, and then bending forward from the hips, softening in the knees, bowing the head right down, lifting up and looking forwards, stretching out the spine, and then stepping back into a lunge. And really just wriggle around there, find that comfortable position. Then place the hands on the mat and come into plank, nice and long. Knees down to the mat, chest straight down and lengthen through into cobra. And then tuck the toes under and come back into your down dog. And then just have a play here, really stretching out, twisting a little in the spine, just loosening yourself up. Have a play, be free with your limbs. Feel into the body. What does it want to do? And you can really just squeeze the knees towards the chest, lengthen out the back of the hamstrings, and then just find that sweet spot for a few breaths. Breathing nice and deeply into the belly, feeling strong. And then when you've finished your 5 breaths in down dog, bend your knees in and come forward into your lunge on the other side of the body, having a nice wriggle around to free up the hips and stepping forward, lengthening out the spine, bowing down back into your forward fold, and then reaching up tall in your Tadasana, bringing your hands back down to the heart center. Now, if you like this round and it seemed to resonate at your level that you're at right now, then please keep exploring it and keep going with this version of the sun salutation. With each round, we're going to add in some different elements and we're going to work a little bit stronger. So please work at your own level and don't let your ego drive. So again, beginning in Tadasana, reaching up high, bowing, folding forwards with soft knees, lengthening out the spine and stepping back in your lunge with the right leg. And then we're going to take a twist, reaching out high up to the sky with your left arm, grounding through your right, keeping that length in the spine the whole time. And then repeating on the other side. Stepping back into your plank, coming down through your cat and cobra, and then reaching back, grounding the hands, coming back to explore that downward dog and really letting loose here. So you can see I'm having a really good old wriggle, bending each knee in, taking a little bit of a twist into the sides of the waist. Really freeing up any tightnesses in the body, and then coming to a point of stillness, just breathing deeply all the way down, and once you've finished your breaths, we're going to come back forward into our lunge on the right side this time, taking our left hand down to the mat and reaching up high with the right hand. And repeating on the other side. Stepping forwards, lengthening out, bowing down, and reaching up high back into your Tadasana. So again, you can repeat this version if you like. The next round we're going to add in some stronger elements, moving into 3-legged down dog. Beginning with the hands by the side, reaching out and up
bending forwards, bowing down, reaching out, taking the hands down, and you can step back or jump back if you are comfortable doing this. But please only jump back if you're confident in doing so already. Coming into your plank and then taking the knees down to the ground, the chest straight down and moving through into your cobra, squeezing the shoulder blades together before coming back, stretching all the way up and back into your down dog. Again, easing into it. And then we're going to take that right leg straight up and back, really stretching out from the core and the hip. So you're not just raising the leg, you're powering it up from that core energy. And then bending the knee and coming into a slight twist to look under the armpit. Before coming back down to the mat with both feet, releasing back out and then coming over onto the other side. So lifting, powering that left leg up and back, bending the knee and looking under the opposite armpit in a slight twist. Remember, work at your level and don't let the ego take over. Now in the next round, we're going to add in some wild thing poses, which are back bends and some quite strong twists. So work at this level if you're confident with it, or just stay with what we've already been doing. Standing in Tadasana, reaching up high and bowing forwards, lengthening out, grounding the hands and stepping or jumping back. And then we're going to take ourselves down, straight down from our plank into Chaturanga. Now please bring your knees down if this is too strong for you. Keep your elbows tucked in as we come down, all the way down, and moving through into upward dog. So the arms are straight, the shoulders squeezed together, legs strong. Then coming back into your plank and turning round to bring your right knee down to the ground and your left leg straight. So this is where we come round into our modified side plank. So your right hand, your right knee and your left foot are all in line with each other. From here, reaching up with the top hand, coming into a beautiful stretch right across the front of the chest and all the way down that left side of the body. Now we're going to step our left foot back slightly from here, about the foot, reaching our chest up. So really coming into a back bend here, but again, being mindful the whole time, keeping that length in the spine so you're not crunching into the back at any point. Blossoming out from the chest and taking the head gently backwards. Don't throw it back. Keep it in line with the spine. Breathing nice and easily. And then gently bringing the arm back round. Head back round, back into line as you come through into your cat on all fours. Taking a little bit of a stretch there before bringing your left knee down, coming into it on the other side. So the left hand, the left knee and the right foot are all in line as you come into your modified side plank. And then bringing that right foot back this time a little bit. Blossoming back out in the chest and reaching that right arm up and over. Really feeling that expansiveness all the way down the front of the body, breathing easily. And then coming back round into your cat and releasing back into down dog, really having a good stretch here. Breathing deeply for about 5 breaths. in static down dog. And then jumping or stepping forwards, reaching out, bowing down, and lengthening all the way back up into your mountain pose. Hands back down by the heart. Now, if that version was strong enough for you, then please stay with that version moving forwards, or even going back to one of the earlier versions of the salutation that we did. If you're game to move on further, then this time we're going to introduce the full wild thing pose. So starting in Tadasana, bowing all the way forwards, lengthening out, stepping or jumping back into your plank, bringing your knees down and turning both knees round from the cat position. This time taking the top leg out, coming up into your modified side plank. Reaching up high across the back of the shoulders, really feeling that energy from the right hand all the way up, across the back of the chest, up into that top hand, like a beam of energy. And then slowly coming back round into your cat, wriggling out a little bit and coming over onto the left side. So the left hand, the left knee and the right foot are all in line. Again, reaching out, that beam of energy from right hand to left hand and top foot all the way up the spine. And coming back round and coming back up into your down dog. Releasing, breathing deeply. Taking your left leg up and back, bending at the knee, being very mindful as you do this. Broadening in the front of the chest, and then taking your right arm off the floor as you bring the left leg back down to the ground. Blooming out into that back bend. It should feel easy. It should feel light. It should not feel strained. If you're overworking, if anything is pinching, then please back off and come back to a more comfortable pose for yourself. Come back out of the pose the way you went into it. So releasing the spine gently and being mindful of the head, bringing the top arm up and over, twisting through the spine and bringing the legs back round so that you come back into your downward dog. And then we're going to come round onto the other side. So taking that right leg up and back, bending at the knee, pushing through the foot, bringing that foot down to the ground behind you and reaching up through the chest, coming into that beautiful back bend as that right arm comes up and over. So you're grounded in your left foot, breathing deeply, enjoying that expansiveness, and then releasing back into your downward dog, releasing there, and then bending the knees towards the chest and jumping or stepping back to the front of your mat. Looking forwards and lengthening through the spine, bowing down and coming all the way back up into your Tadasana. And there we have it, 5 rounds of Wild Thing Sunrise Salutation. So I hope you enjoyed this. This has been Zoe Foster of LifeEnergyAlchemy.com.